is the majority of my nail polish collection. I do have one other rack because I am a complete nail polish hoarder, collector. One more rack which I will show you guys that is not in this room. But these two nail polish racks, you can tell, are white with pink polka dots, and I think they look cute with my room and I really like them. They each hold about 60 nail polishes each, just depending on the size and the brand, but these are from the website decopolishracks.com. So for me, I like to organize my nail polish by brand instead of color. I don't know why. I just like the way the bottles look all together. So on this first shelf, you can tell that I have all of my OPI nail polishes, and those are pretty much color organized as best as I could do. And then on this second shelf over here to the right, I have a ton of brands that I will go through, but they're all pretty much together because, as I said, I like it to look that way. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the left nail polish rack. Before I get started, I want to mention two quick things. The first is that I'm standing on a really squeaky part of my floor right now, so you might be able to hear some creaking throughout this video, so that's what it is if you do hear that. And the second thing is that before I turned on the camera, I actually went and I shook up all of my nail polishes because a few of them are older than others and they get this line, like you can probably tell here, they just get this kind of line when they start to get old. I went through and I shook all of them up, so even if some of them look like they still have that line, I tried my best to make them look as presentable as possible. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with this first row right here. Obviously all of these are OPI except this one, and this color is Alpine Snow. This is Pearl of Wisdom, Upfront and Personal, Bubble Bath, Passion, Got a Date Tonight, Feelin' Hot Hot Hot, Strawberry Margarita, Short Story, Did You Do Your Nails, and From A to Z Eric. And then we have this julep right here, which these are just tiny so they fit. As you can tell, the OPIs don't go completely across, so I just stuck juleps at the end, and this is Eva. Moving on to this next row, we have Malagna Wine, All the Berry Best, Read My Fortune Cookie, Nothing Mousy Bout It, Melon of Troy, Kozu Melted in the Sun, Chop Sticking to My Story, A Roll in the Hague, Did It On 'Em, Sit Under the Apple Tree, Stranger Tides, and another julep. This one is in Sienna. Moving on to the third row, we have Uh-Oh, Roll Down the Window, Don't Mess with OPI, Gargantuan Green Grape, Mermaid's Tears, Fly, Ostentatious Turquoise, Ski Till We Drop, Roadhouse Blues, Dating a Royal, The Flowers Are Blooming, What's with the Catitude, and Hotch. I don't know if I pronounced that right, H-O-C-H. Significant Other Color, Do You Lilac It, Dat You Just Love OPI, Lincoln Park After Dark Suede, Germanicure by OPI, Lincoln Park After Dark, Overexposed in South Beach, Pamplona Purple, My Big Break, Warm and Fozzy, My Private Jet, and Lindsey, but with an A. And moving on to the last row of this shelf, we have Dutch You Want Me Baby, It's My Year, You Don't Know Jacques, Did You Hear About Van Gogh, I Don't Give a Rotterdam, Silver Shatter, The Living Daylights, Polka.com, Fresh Frog of Bel Air, Metallic for Life, and Save Me. And then the last one is Melissa. I'm sorry the angle to film this shelf isn't as good as the other angle. I have my tripod on my desk and it's like directly in front of the other shelf but not this one. So I'm sorry that some of the polishes are kind of more out of focus than the others, but hopefully you can get, you know, just the general idea. First on this top row here I have most of my Butter London polishes. So starting off we have Toff, Disco Biscuit, Rosie Lee, West End Wonderland, Knackered, Victoriana, The Black Knight. Now these three are all from the new spring collection, so I've been really enjoying these lately. And these ones are called Fruit Machine, Molly Coddled, and Fiver. And then again, more juleps at the end. And this one is Melissa. I feel like another one was called Melissa, am I right? On this row, I have all except one of my China Glaze polishes, and you'll see that one in a minute. So we have Admire, Exceptionally Gifted, Shocking Pink, Peachy Keen, Life Preserver, Unplugged, Harmony, Devotion, Marry a Millionaire, Lorelei's Tiara, and Love Marilyn. Continuing on with these two rows, so you can tell here and here is where I have my Essies, here is where I have baby OPIs, that extra China glaze I was talking about, an Illamasqua and a CoverGirl, and I just put those there because they fit and I didn't have any other polishes to put here, so I will just go ahead and get started with this row of Essies. Over the Edge, It's Genius, Leading Lady, As Gold as It Gets, Beyond Cozy, Trophy Wife, Style-onomics. I forgot to say Beyond Cozy is one of my absolute favorite Essie colors. It's amazing. It was in the holiday collection, but I think they possibly might still sell it. I'm not positive, but it's awesome. Then we have Armed and Ready, So Psyched, Mojito Madness, Boxer Shorts, Pilates Hottie, Set in Stones, and then I think this one's called Shayna, but the label is coming off. Starting on this row, it gets a little bit random. There's a lot of brands. This is CoverGirl Peaches and Cream, which is another one of my favorites for the springtime. This is Illamasqua Monogamous, which is recommended to me by Rachel Whitehurst, and I bought it with her and I love it. It's an amazing, amazing nude. It's my only Illamasqua polish. These here are all my baby OPIs, and these sadly don't have the names anywhere on the bottle. They have the names on the little packages that they come in. So I really, sorry if you just can hear my dogs barking, I really can't remember any of the names. I know these three are from the new spring collection, and there is another one that's a gold that my friend is borrowing right now. So I recently got those. This is actually what I have on my fourth finger right now. These ones are actually all pretty old, so sorry I don't remember the names of these, but aren't the baby OPIs just so adorable? I think they're really, really cute. And then I have 4 Essies over here. So these Essies are Tarte Deco, Topless and Barefoot, Bikini So Teeny, which is one of my absolute favorites. A really pretty spring or summer color, and then Turquoise and Keiko's, and then we have China Glaze for Audrey over here because it didn't fit with the other ones. And onto my last row, I have the rest of my Butter Londons and then my Deborah Lippmann polishes, which are the best glitters in the entire universe, so I highly recommend them. So here for my Butter Londons, let's see if I can remember these names. Teddy Girl, this is Trout Pout, Primrose Hill Picnic, Yummy Mummy, and Slapper. Then starting with the Deborah Lippmanns, we have Purple Rain, Cleopatra in New York, Across the Universe, Mermaid's Dream, and this is my favorite Deborah Lippmann polishes, probably one of my top, if not my favorite nail polish of all time. I think it is. It is so beautiful, and I can't recommend this color to you enough. This one, on the other hand, is the only Deborah Lippmann I regret buying, and it's just because it's not, it barely even shows up. And this one is called Glitter in the Air, so this is the only one I don't recommend. And then this last one is Candy Shop. So all of these though, I haven't tried this one, but all of these are such amazing glitters, I cannot even tell you. So that is the end of these 2 nail polish racks. Alright, and the last nail polish rack is actually here inside of my sister Megan's closet, because this one is purple, matches better with her room, and I just frankly didn't want to have a 3rd nail polish rack on my wall, so we just put it in here. So it's a really tight squeeze in here. So as you can tell, I have to film this part by hand because it's so up close. So I hope you guys don't mind. It might be a little bit shaky, but here on the left I have 2 Sephora by OPIs, and then we have 1 Lone Nicole by OPI. And on the left is the Sparktacular Top Coat, and then the yellow is I Am Beauty, and the Nicole by OPI is called Rich in Spirit. Then, if we go over here, we have all Sally Hansen polishes. Here I have 2 of the Complete Salon Manicure polishes. On the left is Shrimply Divine, and on the right is Barracuda, which is one of my favorite light blues. I don't think you can get it anymore besides online, but that's one of my favorite polishes. And then here we have 5 of the Sally Hansen Extreme Wear Hard as Nails. These are super cheap, but they work pretty well, so I'll just go through these. So from the left we have Blackout, and then Pacific Blue, which is amazing. Oh my gosh, if you guys don't have this polish, you need to go get it. It's super cheap from the drugstore, and it is so beautiful. And then the green is Green with Envy, the purple is Lacy Lilac, and then we have Rockstar Pink. Here are the Sinful colors that I have, and you can get these at Walgreens and probably some other drugstores, and they're like $2, so they're really affordable. So left to right, we have Vacation Time, Dancing Nails, Purple Diamond, Dream On, Mint Apple, and Irish Green. Then over here I have 4 NYX polishes, and these names are very basic and not unique at all, but they are White, Hot Yellow, Compulsive, which that's kind of unique, and then Black. Over here there's 2 Spoiled by Wet n Wild polishes and 2 Sally Hansen Diamond Strength, and these were all actually given to me and Megan by subscribers. I believe at our New York meetup we got those, so thank you so much if you happen to be watching this. Left to right they are Paying with Platinum, Tattletale, Antique Bronze, and Together Forever. Here I have my Revlons. I really like Revlon nail polish. It's one of my favorite drugstore brands. So you can see the 3 to the right are from the newer Color Stay line, and then the other ones are from the older line. This is the second to last row of this nail polish rack, and it is completely random. So I have some Sally Hansen Salon Effects nail polish strips. I have a CoverGirl polish, which that's actually a really awesome color. It's called Violast, and I would highly recommend it. I really like the new CoverGirl polish formulation. And then I have 1 Maybelline in Avante Green. I have 2 Nail Teeny polishes, and these came in Ipsy bags, and I haven't used either of them yet, so I don't know if they're good. But the names of them are Frappe and Millionaire. And then I have a Wet n Wild, a Rimmel, and an Ulta polish. So again, just random brands that I only have 1 of. Names of these are Metallica, Gold Silk, and Sweetheart Pink. Now we have finally made it to the last row here. So here I have 4 polishes from the Julie G line, and I got these and these other 3 on a really good deal at IMATS New York last year. They're all by Jessie's Girl, but these are the specific Julie G one. And the names of these are Dream and Pretty, Kickin' It, Shimmer Island, and Sunset Kiss. And then we have Crush, Midori, and Mermaid's Lagoon. Here are 3 polishes that are also from Ipsy bags, and these are the Circus line by Andrea's Choice. And the names of these are Tightrope, Spectacle, and Somersault. And then over here are 2 LA Colors Art Deco pens, which I never use, but Megan uses these sometimes to do nail art.